This is Political Common Sense for America. I'm Brian Boeheim, political engineer. And in this particular video, I want to revisit the Supreme Court's decision to open wide up campaign finance to corporations, to unions and associations, and inevitably to foreign countries. Not only is this just ridiculous, but it is a breach of the Constitution. And in this particular video, I want to talk to some of the comments that I got back on my original video and how some of you thought I was wrong. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the Constitution. In the preamble of the Constitution, it clearly states, "We, the people of the United States." As in any other contract, you'll notice in the beginning of any contract, it states very clearly who the players are in the contract. That's the only reference. You don't read in there corporations, you don't read associations, you don't read unions, you don't read other countries. It says clearly, "We the people." That is who this contract is with. Second, if you go to the First Amendment, I'm getting all this conversation that if you look at it grammatically, there's a semicolon right after the word, after the term freedom of press, excuse me, freedom of press, and that now creates a distinction that means the word people after it doesn't fall under freedom of speech or freedom of press. Go look at the original document. Take the picture of it, blow it up, and what you'll see, it is not a semicolon, it's a comma. Now you might say, some of you might be going, this is awful nitpicky, but this is a perfect example of how a document that was written with very explicit communication, a very explicit message, has been misinterpreted and manipulated. That's a comma, which means the word people is inclusive in freedom of speech for the people. On the element of transparency, how can you possibly imagine that this is going to create more transparency? A corporation, a foreign country, a union can spend whatever money they want on advertising and they do not have to report it. There's no way of tracking this now. It is free and wide open. This has reduced the amount of transparency completely. Finally, and most importantly, this was originally a court case that was talking about the ability of a company to make a documentary on a public figure and make a profit on it. That was what this case was about. The Supreme Court justices decided that that wasn't important enough, and they went back and they sent this back to the defense and the plaintiff, and they asked them to retool it and under the guise and under the stipulations that it be about campaign finance reform. The Supreme Court manipulated this case to create a result that they wanted to create. This is in direct conflict with what our Constitution is all about. And that's my perspective and my point on the comments that have been made about my original video. I hope you go and take a look at our blog, go look at thefranklinparty.org, and you'll get more information on this and other issues.